Peace, 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 and revolutionary love. I'm back. I told you I was gonna come back and do a reading. I'm doing a singles reading. Like I don't do love readings unless I get a client and they're gonna question and inquiring about. But as far as like collective readings, I don't do that.
Mama,
What?
now you won't like that.
Okay, tell Jaden to do it. Shut the door. I'm doing something. You can do it yourself.
I don't know how to screw that top is hard.
Okay. Go get Jaden or Nazir. Shut the door. My cat done crawl up here. He's probably gonna crawl on these cards. Shut the door. Okay, so I don't do that unless I have clients that come to me and they're asking about relationships or whatever. But I said, why not? Let's do a singles read, okay? I was laughing at this because made me think about a whole lot of stuff. I feel like this generation, this era, I don't know what we be in, but it sounds like things that I discussed like with friends and my girlfriend circles. That's what it sounds like. But look what's at the top though. You're being rude. That's so rude, sir. Anyways, where was I at? Look what's at the top of the read. And that's beautiful. Some of you singles ain't gonna be single for long. My last reading, I was just talking about this. Somebody going out of town about a marriage or whatever. But anyways, some of y'all ain't gonna be single for long. But let's get the scoop with your single self. Well, first of all, you're single and celibate, ain't you? And you're happy about it. No, no, no. Let me shut up. Let me get through this shit. Um, this is funny. It's not funny, but um, like most people that are single is because they was in a relationship prior and they've just been single, living their best life, right? Which is you're happy, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with you, and you can have a better way. But it does look like, and this is not for everybody. You might have been in a relationship prior to, you know, everything was fine, everything was okay, but like some relationships, how they go, somebody betrays you, backstabs you, or whatever, all that crazy stuff. um but it's interesting that I look at this because, and like I said, this is not going to be for everybody. And I feel like this was in the last reading. That's it. But it wasn't about love. It was about partner. I don't know what I was talking about. Um, it looks like you might have got out of this relationship because somebody blackmailed you. Okay. And it left you really like sick. Okay. Um, it was like a betrayal and a backstabbing. You know what I'm saying? But now that you're single, you're shining and you're fine. You know what I'm saying? You've moved on, you know what I mean, from the situation. But let me pull a clarifier. There's a lot of cards on this thing anyways. Okay. And this could have been a work situation to where somebody came to your job. We got some crazy people out here. Might have came up to your job and made a disturbance. Um, uh, or just interfered with your work. You know what I'm saying? You were working on something and like it's like they came out with a secret or something, and it was weird. This is weird. A secret might have got out into the workplace. It was something like just like damaged you to where it just really like left you kind of sick. um yeah, because they like Yeah, like vindictiveness. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, I felt like you.
Mama,
What?
I feel like you got the batteries.
Okay. Um, I feel like for some of you all, you basically got out of a toxic situation. That sounds toxic. Anybody coming up to your job starting shit don't do that. Um, or so you found your way out of the situation. Like I said, celibate and happy. You a free person, free man or a free woman. You're no longer tied up. You know what I'm saying, in this craziness. Um, and you're really doing good for yourself. You're really doing good for yourself. Some of you might have had a village that had to come and pick you back up again. And coming from women's perspective, because I'm only a woman, sisterhood is very dear and real, and so women can always come together and talk to each other, talk each other off a cliff. You know what I'm saying? Because oh, but I was in love, and all of that crazy stuff. To where you made the decision to work on your happiness, your own emotional fulfillment, even family. If some of you all have children, you went home. You know what I'm saying? You made a decision and you chose yourself. And kudos to you, because you're very, very happy. um and and you are emotionally fulfilled. um and this is with most singles, because some people have been single longer than others. um 7 years, um or it could be less, or it could be more, and you're wondering if you're ever gonna have success. I feel like you get a lot of options on the table. People coming to you, you're not really confident inside of those options. You know what I'm saying? Because, we start to nitpick, after people go through so many relationships, we do become, like we experts on exactly what it is that you want and stuff like that. So, you might have energy that came around, and you were like, yeah, they're cool, but I don't know. I don't know if I really like you. And then you start to question yourself, like, am I ever gonna have a successful union? Um, and shoot, yeah, you are. So I feel like where this reading is gonna go, like, yes, you're single. This was the crowning of the read. Look at the cards. This ain't gonna be for everybody. This will be for somebody. For some. You know. Yes, you're wondering if you're gonna get married or in a really great union. You are. And um this is your justice. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have that offer come. You're gonna have somebody that's very loyal. Even though this is a woman, this could be for men. This could be for men and women too. But Oprah represents, what I'm saying, a girlfriend, a loyal girlfriend, a loyal. This is loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna take action and be there. You know what I'm saying? This is your justice. Like, I feel like through this situation, and it's gonna get a little bit deeper over here. um so if you're ever thinking about, am I ever gonna have a successful union again, the crown of the reading, bingo. But no, you're gonna have somebody that's really loyal that comes in, right? Okay, because I feel like you've had a lot of options, a lot of choices. You don't want to nitpick. You probably think they're all handsome or they're all gorgeous, but you're just like, I don't know if I want that. And so you've put a lot of people to the side, like, I don't want that. But if you're asking, will you ever have a successful union committee? And yeah, you're talking about a loyal heart. Okay. And this happens with a lot of people. You get into relationships and you're deceived. Okay. I feel like somebody might have been in a situation where they were, either their money. This sounds like the other reading, but a little bit, where you know, you were taken advantage of. Somebody took all your money. Somebody was fighting you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that was codependent. Somebody that like, this is just drama and problematic. You know what I'm saying? And you fighting to stand your ground or whatever, but it's just like toxicity on every side. And you even might have had other people that could have might have had other people that could have been involved, you know, with in your relationship, and it could have been on your side or the other person's side, that tries to attack you too as well, because it's just like, dang, what I'm saying, what do you people want from me? Um, it's like a thief energy, what I'm saying? Like, just continue to just like take, 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 and take, you know, and they, it was just deceptive. Um, and it kind of like kept you in a mental prison, something, so, trying to do the right thing or whatever, and it just left you emotionally imbalanced. Some of you might have even had a family with this person. um yeah, and you might even have got, you know locked up, away from your family, you know what I mean? Because like I said, something at the job. It might have been a situation where you got locked up. You see what I'm saying? Which kept you away from your children, or your family or whatever. And you might not have been able to get back on your feet. And if you didn't go to jail, you might have sent somebody to jail. Okay. And all, that guardian angel, and all you really want to do is just balance yourself out. So you walked away from that connection, because spiritually it wasn't serving you, to where you felt like an outcast, like it it mentally stifled you, right? To where, you know you had an economic collapse. And that's what I'm saying, especially if you go to jail, and depending on what the length is, time of it is, or whatever, you know in some cases it can economically, castrate you. You feel what I'm saying? Or economically, you know, pull you down. You know what I mean? So for a long time, you've just been asking yourself, like, how can I be emotionally fulfilled? How can I get this? How can I stay out of this? This energy? Because I feel like, if it wasn't the last partner, it could have been multiple partners, or it could have been the same partner, and you repeating this, I would call it a toxic cycle. You know what I'm saying? To where it always crippled you in some sense. And so, again, because this is what would happen. You would either go back, or they would come back, and they give you this cup, and, tell you, hey, let's work on this. Let's do this. Let's do that. And you'd be like, oh, well, let me give it a shot. Maybe it can work. Because I think there's family involved. If there's children involved, most people, some people do that. They'd be like, well, let's try to work it out for the kids, type of thing. But if there aren't any children involved, you may just, when you're comfortable with someone, even if, they've been out of character, they've given you the signs that I should leave them alone, you still want to go, you try, right? And, you might have tried it again, you know what I'm saying, and got hurt again, to where you finally said, I'm moving the hell on. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be patient, because I promise you, look at this card real quick. You know what I'm saying? This is intuitive, because this card means something totally different. See the guy in the front? Spirit is gonna bring you somebody, and if you're a man, it's a woman. If you're a woman, it's a man. If you're same sex, well, But listen, Spirit is bringing you someone, and they're going to fight for your love. You see that flower he got out in front? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, and I'm gonna fight for this. Okay. Um. Yeah, you got somebody that will eventually come in and stand by your side, and it's not I don't want to use the word fight, but again, with that loyalty, that's going to be willing to commit and protect you. You know what I mean? So, and you guys are going to be well off too. You know what I'm saying? You're going to obtain a lot of wealth here. But just like how that past relationship happened, it had to happen. It had to happen. It had to fall apart, so that you could walk away and you could plant new seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to start your own path again. You have to create, you know what I'm saying, the energy for you. But again, You're gonna be victorious, and I feel like this is gonna be like a no goon type of guy, like muscles. Like I said, for men, and you can have your empress too. You know what I'm saying? But it's somebody that loves you. You know what I'm saying? That will protect you. You know what I mean? Um, because you've been heartbroken and you've been trying to trying to reconnect with your emotions, right? Because you've been heartbroken. I feel like for some singles, for some of you, you've been single for a long time because you're tired of this. You're tired of being unhappy. You're tired of being heartbroken. Every time I turn around, somebody's tearing my poor little hearts into shreds. And then I have to regroup. I have to get me together. Some of you have to go to doctors, Some people do have to see therapists after a certain situation, right? But child, because it's going to be a quick reading. This is a wife. Yin and yang. This is a nurturer. So whether you're a man or a woman, you're going to get somebody that's going to come in and nurture you. Okay? Because this is something that you've called in. Because clearly somebody is calling in love. And oh my God, this is what you prayed for. You know what I'm saying? Look at that ocean energy. Stability. Okay? And it's gonna throw you off because it's gonna run the hell in. It's just gonna come out of the clear blue. Well, look at that. Just it's gonna be just very passionate. This is a lot of passion here. It's like a soul tribe. This is a part of your soul tribe who's gonna be able to mentally balance you and communicate with you. Okay? It's somebody that's gonna balance you, and I mean that not only they're gonna turn you on, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be this is what you need, right? You know what I'm saying? That's mentally sound and that can communicate. I feel like a lot of times our problems in relationships is, it's the communication thing, right? Sometimes we have a hard time with communicating. You just be like, oh my God, like I can't understand. You're trying to mentally figure out how this person is thinking, and oh my God, you know what I'm saying? But this is somebody that's going to be passionate and on fire about you. And it's going to be like all of that stuff that you went through, feeling like that outcast, going back and forth. Here's another thing, single people, don't feel like you're stupid because you tried to make something work over and over again and expecting a different result and you never got it right from the same person. You know what I mean? Don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? The lessons. Sometimes we have to keep repeating them lessons till we understand, and we have to fully say, I'm walking away. Because this is what that's why we're single now, right? Right. You know what I'm saying? So you walked away from that. But I'm telling you, that had to happen. That had to fall all the way apart. That had to be destroyed and teared down because you had to start to set new seeds, new boundaries, new ways that you treat yourself, the new ways that, how you view other, you're starting anew and you walked away. And some of you had to walk away with nothing and really start over. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's that warrior in us, rather it's failed marriages or failed relationships, regardless, we still have to live, right? We still have to go on about our lives, and that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? And so kudos to you for being the warrior god or goddess inside of yourself to say, I deserve more, because clearly you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? For some singles, not all singles want to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But those that actually desire it, that, oh, am I making the right decision? And is it ever gonna come? You know what I mean? Absolutely. I mean, this was the crowning of the reading. I'm doing a singles reading, and this is it. Your karma will come in a successful marriage. Anniversaries to come. But I just felt like this, what I would say that you had to learn from this past relationship is that, sometimes don't let people have power over you. I know when you're in relationships, trust. You got to trust one another, right? So trust one another, but don't give your power away because it leaves you vulnerable. And if your mate wants to take advantage of your vulnerabilities, you know what I'm saying? They could ultimately destroy you. You know what I mean? So, because this is what this looks like a pattern of. I feel like some of you singles have been in this same toxic pattern. Like it became a norm for you. So, but I promise you, when this man or woman comes through, you'll know who that is. You'll know who it is. You'll know this time, you know, and definitely is going to be everything that you were looking for, right? I mean, yeah, everyone desires to be loved, to be protected, to be prosperous, to be stable, to have intimacy, communication. I just named you everything, and that's what your mate's gonna have the next time that you meet him or her. So you are one of a kind, good as a slice of pie. Wasn't this all delightful?